Hey music fans! As a roadie, I had this great opportunity to tour with all these bands. I wrote a book about my experiences on the road, and it was the #1 new release on Amazon and Bios, and it's now sold millions of copies on Kindle. I'm Joel Roadie, and this is my podcast, Party Like a Rock Star. Kind of a cool moment here. I like Tommy Johansson, and I really like Meatloaf a lot. The very first time I think I reacted to Tommy, I actually related him to Meatloaf, and I was told he don't like that, so I didn't do it again. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I was told. But I thought his voice, the way he carries his voice, was similar to Meatloaf. I'm a big Meatloaf fan, if you watch my channel, and I always make mention of Jim Steinman. Jim Steinman wrote this track, and he also wrote a bunch of other stuff, and I thought the guy was amazing. Unfortunately, he did pass away. But we have his wonderful legacy of music to listen to, which is cool. I'm genuinely intrigued to see what Tommy did with this track. I like it, so I hope it's awesome. Let's find out. Let's do this. Great song. Oh, there we go. Guys, if you don't already do so, subscribe to Tommy. Please do, please do. So I love this part the best. No, not me. I would never do that. No, no, no. I thought that was great. So what I was concerned about in this track, what makes Meatloaf so special to me, is he's this big hulking voice. You know, he's very boisterous, but his voice trembles when he sings. And so it's that mix that I think made Meatloaf so very special. So I was hoping Tommy would be able to do the same thing. Now, Tommy ain't Meatloaf, and Meatloaf wasn't Tommy, so there's going to be a little bit of difference, and I think that's why you listen to somebody cover a song, right, or tribute to a song, however you want to word it. So what was cool about this one, I did like the drums speeding it up there. That was fun, and I liked where the song was going. I liked the direction. I thought it was innovative and something different to listen to. So super cool for me. Everything was neat. I don't know if he trembled as much in the way he sang the track as Meatloaf, which is just a personal thing for me that I like. But I loved how he sung it with such very strong conviction, which is another thing that makes Meatloaf very special. He definitely seemed to care about everything he was singing, and that's what makes something, you know, larger than life. And it seemed like Tommy really had that same feeling in the track, and it's great to see him play piano. I love the piano, so that was great. And I don't know, it's nice to also have longevity to tracks like this that I think should stand in time. There's a song called More by the Sisters of Mercy that's also written by Jim Steinman, which is pretty much my favorite, one of my favorite tracks. So I'm in a bar, I always play More, and people are like, who played this crap? That's me. Anyway, I loved that. I'm really glad that Tommy decided to cover this track, and I hope everybody else enjoyed it as much as I did. It's pretty cool stuff. So thank you all. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. New release from Tommy Johansson. I've been reacting to Tommy pretty much every week for quite a while now. I'm going to miss a few weeks. I'm going to Scotland. I did do a little video saying I would be out of town, but if you guys missed that, maybe you can see me in Scotland. We'll grab beer together. I'm going to go into England afterwards too. I'm going to be in England for a couple weeks as well. So I'm going to be away for a little while, and I'm going to miss some great music, including Tommy, and I'm going to check it out when I get home. I do know this track because it's Meatloaf, and us roadies love Meatloaf. He was a cool cat. He was nice to everybody, and he did some great music, so I'm familiar with this song. Meatloaf also was in a film called Roadie. If you guys never heard that, it's an old school song. Now, when I first saw Tommy, the first time I said, man, this guy reminds me of Meatloaf, and people wrote in the comments, dude, don't say that, that pisses him off. And I saw what a big fella he looks like on here, and I said, well, that's not very bright of me. I don't want this guy mad at me. Especially he's in that tough guy band, Sabaton, right? So anyway, he's done a couple Meatloaf songs now, so maybe it's okay to compare his wonderful voice to that of a person who I really respected and really loved, Meatloaf. One of Meatloaf's big inspirations, by the way, was a guy named Frankie Miller, who was Irish. He was an Irish bluesman. If you guys have never heard of Frankie Miller, he was amazing. And that was something I read in Rolling Stone, right? Anyway, long time ago. Want to let you guys know I have released my second book. It's called XEMU Pulled My Finger. It is available on Amazon. You guys can find the link to Amazon in the description below. People have been reading it, and I appreciate that. But it's meant to make you laugh. It's supposed to be funny, so if you read it, I hope you do find it funny. It is available as an audiobook, a Kindle, a softcover, and a hardcover. Let's jump into Tommy Johansson's Meatloaf song in a bar here. This should be neato. Let's do this.
I'm gonna have another one.
That's right.
Hey guy, you got that song, Dead Ringing for Love? Meatloaf? Cher?
Let me check. Well, I got a lot of good stuff, but don't seem to have that one. Let me put it on Spotify. I love it.
I love that. See, big guy had to duck down. Careful those big ducker guys. Wondering who wrote this track. Was it Jim Steinman? That's who I'm wondering. All right, I'm going to see if I can find the Meatloaf version, and we're going to give it a go. Hopefully it's not copyright blocked. If I don't upload it, it was copyright blocked. But this is going to be a fun comparison. Jim Steinman was the writer of most of Meatloaf's stuff. He wrote Bat Out of Hell 1 and 2. He wrote Total Eclipse of the Heart for Bonnie Raitt. He wrote The Heart, the big track for Heart. He wrote stuff for, we're going through that. This is like we're drinking a beer in the bar and we're going through it. He wrote Air Supply's one of their big hits. And then and other great stuff, right? He was an amazing writer. He passed away relatively recently. So what I liked about Jim Steinman and Meatloaf's collaboration stuff, I'm just going to assume this is a Jim Steinman song. Hopefully I'm correct. But they were so much larger than life. They were so much fun. And I remember reading a story when Meatloaf wanted Bat Out of Hell to come out. He set up his rig in the record label dude's office, man. And he came in with the lady on it. And they just rocked out in the guy's office until they got signed to do the record. Something like that. It's just a cool story, man. So I was thinking about all this stuff at the same time, and I thought it was really great stuff. So I enjoyed this immensely, and it just looked like fun. I wanted to be there drinking a beer with these guys, dancing around, in my case poorly, and having a good time, which I would have been doing. So I hope you guys liked it. It's a fun track. Where does he find this stuff? Was this a huge hit in Sweden, this track? You know? It's kind of a deep dive. I don't think this was a massive hit. Cher is a big deal, but anyway. All right, guys. Jim Steinman also wrote a song for the Sisters of Mercy. Sisters of Mercy is cool. Tommy should do a Sisters of Mercy song. I'm going to jump into Meatloaf. We're going to compare. Guys, thanks so much. I appreciate all of you. Great track. Really fun. I'll see you all on the next one. Hey, the podcast is over. What are you still doing here? Well, while you're here, like and subscribe. Thanks.